What is going on, everyone? Sorry for the bad audio quality at the beginning of this video. Wanted to give a couple quick disclaimers. Number one, I'm sorry that the top 25 is getting here so late. I am moving currently from one house to another over the next couple weeks, and my schedule is going crazy. As you can see in my office, I've got all sorts of boxes everywhere, and I've got stuff at my feet, and I'm about ready to pack up my office. But I did want to give a quick special thanks to SWGoH, who edited this video, and my friends. Check out Pimpo for remodding your rosters, especially after Darth Revan came. I know I am ready for my tune-up so that I can be ready. All right, my friends, let's get ready for the top 25. Is Darth Revan going to be number one? You'll have to wait and see. This is my 21st top 25 video for Galaxy of Heroes. Holy crap. I just want to take a second before I get started on this video and just thank you guys for supporting this series. It's one of my first ever ideas I had for Galaxy of Heroes. Is we got to have a poll because I love college football. We do polls in college football every week. We need this every month in Galaxy of Heroes to gauge the changing meta, and it has just been super cool to see. And for anyone interested, I'm in development working on a website that is going to be showing the history of the entire poll, every single list that we've ever had. We'll be able to slice and dice data, that kind of thing. Stay tuned for that. That is in the works. All right, without any further ado, let's get to this list. I'm really excited to reveal this to you. Lots of interesting things to talk about on this, and of course, the biggest question on your minds, where is Darth Revan going to stack up along with Bastila Fallen and HK? Likely any other contenders, and then of course, we will get to a top 25 tournament in a video very soon after this. So, let's get to the list. Starting with the bottom cellar dwellers. Number 25, Emperor Palpatine. 24 is Kylo Ren Unmasked. 23 is Mother Talzin. Asajj Ventress comes in at number 22. Jolie Bindo at number 21. Number 20, bam! HK47 making his first ever appearance on the poll. Bastila, the normal one, the light side one, comes in at number 19. Number 18 is R2-D2. Number 17, General Kenobi. Number 16, Bosk. And then we'll end here with number 15, BB-8. All right, so looking at this, a lot to talk about. Number one, I can't tell you how happy I am to see HK47 show up on the list. This is kind of a special moment because to me, HK47 has never been on one of my polls, and he has been a very long time character in this game, pretty much a day one character if I remember right, or close to. I don't ever remember not having HK. So I started in December 2015. Game launched a month before that, and I'm pretty sure that he was a launch day character, and he's never really been meta. He's had his moments. The droids kind of had a stint in the meta, but he's never been just OP, and now he is hitting people for 100,000+ damage, especially against Jedi. And it's just really cool to see. And so HK47, maybe not in the top 25 the way a lot of people wanted him to be. A lot of people probably wanted him to be pure droid meta, but still really cool to see. And I think it makes sense with the lore because HK was such, just such a constant companion there for Revan. Notable that every single other person here on the list has been on the list before, and all of them dropped a couple spots. Palpatine dropped 2 times. Crew dropped 4 spots. The biggest plummet on the entire list this month. Not sure why he dropped so far. Talzin dropped 2 spots. Asajj dropped 3. Jolie dropped 3. Bastila dropped 3. R2 dropped 1. General Kenobi dropped 2. Bosk dropped 2. And BB-8 dropped 3. And so I think that kind of makes sense, really, because we've got new characters here. And spoiler alert, both of them are going to show up above these characters. And so without any further ado, let's get to the top 15 of our list, and we will talk about the rest of it. Starting with number 14, we have got Nest. Number 13, that's the next number, Darth Scion. Darth Nihilus comes in at number 12. Bastila Fallen, making her first appearance on the list at number 11. Han Solo in at number 10. C-3PO in at number 9. Yoda comes in at number 8. We have got Rey Jedi Training at number 7. We have got Chewbacca at number 6. And then we'll talk about the top 5 in a second. So, breaking down this group, I am pretty happy to see Bastila Fallen showing up this high on the list. I think she's underrated. Now, it is notable, however, that as the pollsters were voting on this, and they voted on it very recently, we wanted to have a smaller window to vote this time so that we could let Darth Revan hit the game and let us figure out what's going on. Now, if we would have voted on this and closed the vote day one of Darth Revan, I don't think any of these characters would have showed up in the top 25, because the first few hours of a new character release, everyone panics, they're not good, and then it slowly starts to realize, actually, they're really good. And so I think there might be a little bit of that on this list. I feel like if we were to run it again today, she'd be up a few spots, and then maybe if we give it another week or two, maybe even higher. So my personal prediction is that Bastila and HK, actually, we'll see them higher on the list next month, just because more of the pollsters will have a chance to really see how good they are. And they're skeptics, and they should be. I think, and this is kind of how I train them. You want to vote based on what your experience in the game is, and do research if you're unsure. And I think that the pollsters are reluctant to give love to new characters because they're not tried and proven yet. And I think we didn't have a lot of raid footage yet. We're still kind of in the dark on exactly how good the Sith Empire combo is in raids. And so I think that is probably why we are seeing Bastila this low, I guess. I mean, 11's not low, but I think it feels low for what she's capable of doing. In this same group, every single character dropped except for Bastila Fallen, Han Solo, and Rey Jedi Training. Han Solo and Rey stayed the same, and then Bastila, of course, it's her first time on the list, first time since her rework. And really, I feel like the order of these characters' importance didn't really change that much. They're all still super viable. I think the only reason for the shift is just the new meta coming in. And so it really kind of makes sense that we're taking what we already know and we're just shifting a few characters down a bit to make way for what's new and solid. But it doesn't change as much as it used to, especially because of Grand Arena, right? And Territory Wars. I mean, maybe Jedi Revan's not going to be the best team in the game anymore, but it's still the second best, and it's still going to be super, super valuable to have for Territory Wars and Grand Arena, either for defense or offense, depending on what your strategy is. I'm going to want to have it still. Darth Revan is just, in my opinion, probably going to be the best team to have at this point. So, at any rate, I think that the shift down makes sense for every character here. Bastila coming up does make sense. I think she probably needs to be a few spots higher, and I'm predicting that we're going to see that next month. All right, my friends, now let's get to the top 5. Will Darth Revan dethrone Jedi Revan as the #1 character in the game? We'll find out here in just a second. Number 5 is Darth Traya. Number 4, Grand Admiral Thrawn. His lowest spot on this list in a good while. He fell 2 spots. Number 3 is Commander Luke Skywalker. Number 2 is Revan, the dark side version of Revan. And then number 1 is still Jedi Revan. Now, I am going to be honest, this might be the most I've disagreed with my pollsters in a long time on the number 1 character overall. In my opinion, it's Darth Revan right now. And I think it's just a matter of The pollsters just need a little more time to play around with Revan before they're going to give him the love of number 1. I fully expect that he will be the number 1 character next month. For now, though, Jedi Revan is there, and I do think it's interesting that he's still there at number 1 because, I mean, my opinion is just my opinion. This is an average of, I've got about 100 pollsters now, and that is the consensus among these experts in the game still, that Jedi Revan is the number 1 overall best character. A couple reasons this could be, apart from the fact that Darth Revan is new, is just how significant Jedi Revan was for the arena meta. He was insanely OP. 90% of the meta, according to SWGoH.gg, was Jedi Revan prior to Darth Revan's release. That is just, there was nobody at the top that was not running him for the most part. There are only a few that decided to be rebels and run it another way. And so that meta, I think, was just so dominant that it makes sense to me that it's going to be really hard, maybe harder than ever, to actually say, oh yeah, he's no longer the best character in the game overnight. Even if it does look like Darth Revan very well may be, it's just hard to admit that or to say that fast. And so I think in many ways this is rated the way it is out of respect for how solid that meta was with Jedi Revan, that we just need another month to know for sure if Darth Revan is going to be number 1 overall before we give him that love and respect. Also, I think that we just didn't see a lot of raid footage. We're seeing, I've been seeing some, and maybe we're missing some, and, you know, definitely drop some in the comments. I'd love to see more. I've been doing testing on my own. I don't think I've seen anything that is unbelievably OP. Jedi Revan is probably the best possible option you've got in the Sith raid right now. And so that viability alone may also be kind of the tilting factor because both Jedi Revan and Darth Revan are solid in every area of the game. Maybe Jedi Revan's better in raids, and maybe that's why they're leaning that direction. But that said, if there are those of you who wanted Darth Revan to be number 1, he's still number 2 his first month out. That's still a huge respect, a huge nod that the pollsters are giving him. One that not very many characters receive. It's very hard for new characters to make it high on the list. The pollsters definitely want them to put in their time and prove themselves before they feel comfortable giving them that respect. And so he is still being respected on this list in at number 2. I just predict that next month we're going to see him pop up to number 1. All right, my friends, that is going to round out this month's top 25. What is your top 25 list? If you were to submit a list for my poll, how would you rank the characters at this point in the game? Remember, this list is not an arena list. It's not a grand arena list. It's not a raid list. It's an all-around game mode list, and we judge characters at their best. It's not a best standalone character in the game list. It's who is the best character in their best possible scenario. What is your list? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video series, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. I'm so glad that you guys support it because I love doing these videos. Thanks again for joining me, my friends. And as always, my brothers, don't forget
my dead body. Sorry about the mess.